Assalamualaikum and hello ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. How are you? I hope that all of you are having an amazing day today. Thank you for bearing with me on this beautiful morning by lending your ears for me. Anyone of you here know what it is? Yeah, I'm sure that most of you know what it is. This is what we call a sunscreen. What you know about sunscreen? Why you need to wear this sunscreen? And how important is sunscreen when it comes to protect our skin? Basically, sunscreen is to help shield the skin from harm that caused by exposure of the sun, and it can help protect against UVA and UVB rays. If our skin too much bear exposure to the sun, it can increase the risk of skin cancer and cause early skin aging. According to a new survey from the American Academy of Dermatology, AAD, only 41% of Americans surveyed said they regularly protect themselves from the sun's rays while outdoors. More than a quarter of respondents said they never or rarely use sun protection. So, here I am, Nursyafiqah Nazurah binti Ruzali, would like to tell you on how to use the sunscreen and the benefit from wearing it. Sunscreen is something that important and serious to be used in our society. Before that, I want all of you to know what it is important to know what type of sunscreen to use. I always recommend a physical sunscreen with an SPF at least 30. What does SPF means? SPF stands for Sun Protection Factor. The number tells you how long the sun's UVB rays will take to radiate your skin if you apply the sunscreen exactly as directed, compared with the amount of time without sunscreen. So, if you use an SPF 30 product properly, it will take you 30 times longer to burn than if you use no sunscreen. SPF 30 is the most common level for most people and skin types. No sunscreen can block all UV rays, but what we do know is SPF 15 blocks 93% of UVB rays, SPF 30 blocks 97%, and SPF 50 blocks 98%. The higher the SPF number, the greater the amount of protection. Unlike chemical sunscreens, physical sunscreens are made of mineral-based ingredients such as zinc oxide and titanium oxide. Some also contain iron oxide, which protects against blue light that sit on top of the skin, reflecting damaging UV rays rather than being absorbed. Here are some tips for you on how to use sunscreen. When choosing a sunscreen, make sure to choose one with UVA and UVB protection in order to protect your skin from the cancerous rays and from the rays that make your skin burn. You should apply sunscreen 20 to 30 minutes before going out in the sun. You also need to apply sunscreen evenly to avoid certain areas from getting burned. And you need to apply sunscreen by using your two fingers. Most importantly, reapply. This should be done every 1 to 2 hours or when you feel a burn coming on. You be the judge. What are the benefits of wearing this sunscreen? Besides protecting you from sunburn, if your skin type does burn, why should you wear sunscreen? Here are the benefits of wearing the sunscreen. First, sunscreen helps prevent skin cancers. The three most common types of skin cancer are basal cell skin cancer, squamous cell skin cancer, and melanoma. UV radiation is the top risk factor causing the skin cancer. Consistent adequate protection from the sun's UV rays helps lower your risk, which is why it is critical to apply sunscreen every day. Second, sunscreen prevents premature aging. The components of the aging process are divided into two categories: intrinsic aging that influenced by genetics and extrinsic aging that induced by chronic exposure to the sun's radiation, pollution, chemicals, and other environmental factors. UV radiation causes the premature breakdown of collagen and elastin in skin, resulting in fine lines and wrinkles. It also damages pigment-producing cells called melanocytes, resulting in the overproduction of melanin causing hyperpigmentation. The sun's ultraviolet radiation is responsible for an estimated 90% of visible signs of aging. Regular use of sunscreen allows you to enjoy smooth and youthful looking skin for years longer. Third, sunscreen reduces the risk of hyperpigmentation. A common skin condition caused by sun exposure, hyperpigmentation, is when your skin is darkened in patches due to changes in the production of melanin, which gives skin its color. People with darker skin are naturally more susceptible to hyperpigmentation. Fourth, sunscreen prevents inflammation of the skin. UV radiation damages the DNA of immune protecting cells, leading to inflammation and free radical damage to skin and within the body. Immune suppression decreases our body's ability for these cells to protect us from skin cancers and other illnesses. The immune system plays a vital role in maintaining the health of all the tissues of the body, so healthy skin is vital to overall health. Fifth, sunscreen prevents sun sensitivity. Sunscreens are particularly helpful in preventing solar irritation in people with sun-sensitive conditions such as lupus and rosacea, where exposure to UV rays can lead to redness and burning in the skin and overall severity of these conditions. Last but not least, protect all skin types and tones. Some people believe that if you have a darker skin tone and don't burn easily, you don't need to wear sunscreen. This isn't true, ladies and gentlemen. Even if you don't get sunburns, your skin is still prone to damage in the sun. Although it is more common among these with fair skin cancer can affect people with darker skin tones as well. Hopefully, you are now convinced to wear sunscreen year-round. Protecting yourself from harmful ultraviolet rays should always be your priority. It may seem like an inconvenience to worry about your exposure to the sun every day, but in the long run, it will all be worth it. Before I end my speech today, I would like to quote about sunscreen from Hilary Ferguson, who has been battled melanoma, which is the most deadly form of skin cancer, for about 3 times. And what she said was, sun protection doesn't need to be complicated or expensive. It needs to be consistent. That's all from me. Thank you for spending your time with me today. And remember, enjoy the outdoors, but don't forget your sunscreen.